In this video, I would like to show the limitations of crop insurance, and in particular, limitations on price protection once you enter and finalize the harvest price discovery period. Recall, I'm picking up where we left off in August 10th, and you can see that we have a very well-protected, balanced cash flow expectation. Well, part of that is due to the fact that we're expecting indemnity payments to be made in the event of price declines. We're receiving fairly substantial payments here that help fill that hole if prices were to fall over time. Now, for Illinois, for Madison County, for both corn and soybeans, the price discovery period is in the month of October. What I'd like to show you is what happens when we roll forward and the prices are discovered. What we're going to do is roll forward our date to the current date, and I'm filming as of midday on October 30th. So this is the last day of the discovery period. Most of those dates are included in the average. One more date to come. What I'm going to do is roll forward, and I'm going to update this to today's date. I'm going to go back to the dashboard. I'm just going to show you as of today, or really as of last Friday, a few days ago, our discovered harvest price was still an estimate, was $4.89 for corn and $12.84 for beans. Since there's only one day left in the discovery period till they go final, there's very little that one day can do to that average, and it will be within that or a penny one way or another. Once you go to that date, as by contrast to what we saw before, in our sensitivity tables, we're going to lose that downside protection. We don't have the same downside protection anymore because that protection on the downside gets locked. And as a result, as soon as we start into the harvest discovery period, that price protection on unmarketed grain declines. And you can see that here. You'll end up with kind of materially different outcomes. And so the point being here that when you lose that downside protection, you may very well wish to, prior to or potentially during discovery, manage this downside risk by marketing some additional grain. At a minimum, you should be aware that it goes away, that protection goes away once that harvest price is discovered. And any grain that you're carrying that's uncontracted has the risk of going down in value, of course, and the risk and the opportunity of going up in value, but you do face considerable downside risk on any unmarketed grain once you get into that discovery period and once harvest prices are discovered. So the sensitivity analysis are all correct as you move through the course of the year, but you need to understand that at various moments in time, such as at the end of the discovery price period, those become locked, and those indemnity payments become locked, and any further declines in price are not going to be producing higher indemnity payments, and therefore you have additional price exposure after that date. And it generally will behoove a farmer to potentially move up their grain marketing. In our case, we're at 40%, but move that up so that you limit this downside risk, albeit limiting that upside opportunity as well, but protecting yourself on the downside by marketing additional grain is often wise as you get closer to that harvest price discovery period becoming finalized.